Hello my friends, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. This is Sheree and I'm here today to do a little episode of, I guess it will be mobile crafting. I wanted to share with you what I've been doing over the past week. I do these episodes so I can share with you maybe ideas of what you can do while you're watching TV, or if you're going on vacation, you can take a few things with you, and in your downtime, if you want to, sit and do a little crafting and just keep your hands busy, just ideas of things like that you can do. So what I did this week was the last couple weeks I've had my scraps in there, and so last week, I guess we'll start with that. I showed you the pages that I did, where I just put paper together like a masterboard, but not on cardstock. So it's nice and papery. It's not like, with the masterboard, it's usually on something, another paper or cardstock or something, and then you feel like you need to cut it up because it's kind of pretty, stiff. So we usually ended up cutting it up into tags or journal cards. But these are just papers glued together, if you didn't see last week's episode. So what I did after last week's video was just go ahead and fold these in half and get them all ready for to go into a journal as a page. So I think they came out really neat. I did go over them and make sure they were glued. I see one spot here now. So I will be doing that again before or as I put them in, use them in journals. But yeah, let me get this spot right here while I'm looking at it so I don't miss it later. I see my glue wants to be temperamental today. But yeah, so I thought they looked, like I showed them last week to you flat. And I thought, wow, they even look better when I fold them in half as a page. So, well, that page just does not, I don't know what that's made out of. It's just paper, I think, but it doesn't want to stick. There we go. I got a ton of glue on there now. You won't have any choice but to stick down, will you? I don't think. So, there we go. Anyway, so really cool. I'm not going to go through every one, but just fun. It was just even fun just folding them in half to see them develop into pages. So, you get the picture on those. They're all folded in half now, ready to go into journals. And there's quite a few there, and that is all scraps that I've used up. So, it is very satisfying to go ahead. I kind of been putting it off. I use my scraps all the time. If you watch my videos, But it was very satisfying to go ahead and dig into those bags of scraps that I have and really use some up. So that was last week. This week I just folded them in half. And then this is basically, I think, the pile I've been working on this week. Last week I showed you again at the bottom of the pile. I kind of been working on things and piling them up. So I showed you the book pages, and I had just glued some together. And a couple I got done where I had put paper inside as journaling spots. So I did all of these. These are all book pages with at least two layers of book pages. And I put a little writing spot inside. There's book pages glued together, folded in half. Put the writing spot inside, and I decorated the front like this. So I went through and found scraps. This is a hymn book page too. I wanted to do some with regular text and some with music. So this is music. And then I added scraps. So these pieces here are in my scraps, and then I added a little flower from this is kind of like fruit here, from my Timu stickers that are the acetate stickers, which really, it's 1, 2, 3 pieces. You know how when you collage, it's kind of good to do an odd number, like 3 or 5 or whatever. So I've been doing kind of like 3 or more on these. So like this one has 3, and the acetate sticker, meaning how you can see through them, really sets it off and just kind of, kind of finishes it. So I thought, so that's one of those. There's a writing spot, and I'm considering these journaling spots. Here's another one, all scraps except for the butterfly. And the writing spot went all the way across in this one. I kind of did a few like this where I had the whole inside as a writing spot, and then I started doing them like this where I just had the writing spot on one side. So that's another one. Here's another one. I had this little piece from a, just cut just like that from a book page, children's book page. I had this little 1908 from something, I don't know what, and then I added this little mushroom right here, and that's an acetate sticker. And the writing spot in here is like this. This is coffee dye paper, of course. Here's another one, scraps and acetate flower sticker. There's my writing spot. And here's another one. This is kind of some kind of wallpaper. I think I got this in Happy Mail right here. It's like grass cloth or something. And then these two pieces here. And there's my writing spot. More scraps, these three, and then a butterfly writing spot. Really fun. It was really fun doing this too. I had fun putting the pieces together and adding the little, there's the writing spot on that one, adding the little sticker in the end. I think I did all the scraps first and then went back and found a sticker to put on each one, kind of like in that order. I have this one wrapped around here, and then I have one in here too. And that really made for a sturdy spine. If you feel like, if you fold your book pages in half and you feel like maybe they might crack or something, you can just reinforce your spine. Here's two scraps here and a pretty flower. Oh, I reinforced the spine on this one. Yeah, it's cracking right here, so I put a piece of matte paper, which was a scrap, in the middle there. And then this one too. 1, 2, 3 scraps and a flower. There's my, this is a piece of file folder, so this is really stiff over here, but it is a drilling spot. Okay, so then let's see, what did I do next? I did a lot. I used a lot of scraps. So the next pile here, let's see. Oh, I was just putting together pieces. So let's see. Let's see how I can show you this to you. Maybe I'll organize them like this. So let's see. So I just, these are some negatives where I cut out butterflies, which I thought I would put in because they're kind of fun to put together with a tag. So say you have a piece of cardstock like this, you can put it together, you know, or you can use it as a stencil or whatever, but I didn't want to throw them out, so I kind of just have these together, not together, but just kind of sitting together to maybe put into a journal, goodie bag or whatever. And then I have things like this where I did put two together, so I put these together because I like the black through this kind of craft colored paper here. I thought that looked good. And then it's like I can put this in a journal. I can either put it together and maybe decorate this, or I can put this in a journal for someone to have fun with. And they can put it together and they can decorate here, sticker or whatever, you know, type of thing, little collage. And the same thing with this one. See the stars. And then I had the stars too, which I've already put away into my little container where I went ahead and put those in because I don't have a star container. I put them in with my butterflies because there's plenty of room in there. So sometimes I'll take a pinch of those and put them in a little envelope in the goodie bag or something, you know, with my journals. And so now I have stars and butterflies in there that I can share. But here's all the little pieces that I punched stars out. So you get the picture with those stars. There's a bunch here. So all of these are, let's see, where does that go to? Stars. Yeah, still stars here. I mean, let me see where the stars go to. I think I did some with hearts. And I have a lot, this is all, these little rectangles here are all from my scraps. These aren't from a scrap pack or anything. These are my own scraps that were around this size. Because I have around some of this size too. They're from a scrap pack. So if you've ever bought a scrap pack from Dollar Tree or anywhere, here's the hearts. The same thing. You can decorate in the middle. You can use these for little stencils. You can, you know, decorate here and glue this together, make a tag. So that's hearts. Okay, so we got hearts and stars, and then I made some like this. I just used the hearts to decorate. There's a little pocket here. And then here too, made a little heart decorated on that pockets. All these are pockets here, so lots of pockets where I just glued some of the hearts that I cut out. This is a negative of a butterfly, and that is glued down. Here is just some scraps I put on a tag from two hymn book pages glued together, and just added scraps and a little flower, and scraps and a flower. More pockets with scraps and a flower. Pockets, all these are pockets. I was busy, wasn't I? And we don't watch TV that long either. It's like, you probably think I watch TV every day, all day or something, but no. After work, we come home, we eat dinner, and we watch TV while we're eating dinner in the living room, me and my husband. And just for like hour and, I don't know, maybe almost 2 hours, something like that, because we watch a show, a lot, like a 45-minute show and a 20-minute show if you don't count commercials. These are all little pockets cards, so that's all those. Then I ran across this scrap. It was like a page from a magazine, and I happened to cut it into, it fit on three tags, so I glued one here, added a rib, a little bit of fabric. This one too, I wanted to keep it together. It just looked, it looked good like that. The fabric, and their writing space on the back. This is packaging actually here. And then this little one here, I would do more to it, but I don't want to disturb. Her head goes right up to the top, so I decided just to leave it like that and not punch a hole in her head right there. But I could cut little angles. Let's see how that looks to make it look more like a tag. Because sometimes you don't even have to put a topper in there, you know what I mean? You can cut the hole. I'll show you. I did it over here. You can cut the hole or just do something like that, and it looks more like a tag. Yeah, that's good. And, and be done with it. So that one. And then let's see, what did I do next? What did I do next? Oh, there were some more book pages here that I had glued together and decorated with scraps and flowers. All of these with writing spots inside that are made, all the writing spots inside are from scraps too. I still have a lot left, but I'm making progress through my scraps. Let's see. So these I just did I'm doing this video on Tuesday night, and I just did these tonight on Tuesday night. So these are the most recent. So I put these together, I just had these little, the corners were already rounded and everything, these little black pieces, and I just thought, I guess I put them back in my scraps. This one's embossed, but I guess I put them back in there because I knew I needed to do something with them, so I put them together with these colorful scraps, and now I can decorate them. I can put them in a jar like this, and someone else can decorate them. I could put them in a goodie bag. They're just ready to do something with now, and I used up 6 scraps doing that. And then I guess I'll go from the bottom because I kind of like most recent is on top. Oh, another little book page. Here's my scrap inside for writing spot. And some more book pages. 4 scraps, 5 scraps, and a flower. And a flower up here too. Little pocket. This is all scraps. Little pocket here. All scraps. That was cute. This was in there, and I thought, well, was I making a ruffle or what was I doing? I thought I was going to do something with it. I thought, it'd be cute if I just glue it down and kind of maybe I could put glue on either side and maybe a little bit on the side or something, but it could be little tuck spots too. It could be a ruffle or a little tuck spot, so I just left it like that. And then here's some scraps I put together. See, it goes like this. This is a piece of pretty, I think this is wallpaper. It's really pretty. And then this was in there. Looks like almost like a newspaper article. It says journal right there. But I just like the font on these letters, and I just punched a hole. So I was going to do, this is what I was going to do. I have these, I was going through my trims and things, looking for trims for a journal that I was working on, and I found these out. I'm always seeing these because they're in a spot. Like when I look through trims, I look through all of my drawers of trims that I have. and I always see these, and I always want to do something with them. And so I pulled them out, and I put them on my desk. And I said, I'm going to do something with these this week. So here we are. We're going to do something with them right now. So I want to find a little topper. I got these in Happy Mail, and I love them. And it's not that I'm kind of like saving them or hoarding them. I just kind of haven't known what to do with them. So I thought, well, why don't I just make some tag toppers? So let's see. This is kind of pinky red, I'm going to call it. But I don't think bright red would look good on there. So let's see what else. Plus I need a little piece that's long enough. See how these are a little short. Well, this says Merry Christmas. I'll have to put this in my Christmas, but I could staple that on something as a topper. In fact, it would look cute on there, but it says Merry Christmas. So I'm not going to put it on there, I don't think, unless I change my mind. But this says Dream. This would be cute. And it's nice and kind of flexible, kind of like seam binding. So let's do that. Let's do this one. I just kind of want to see. Let's see, what does this one say? This one says Cheers. That would look good, but I actually think this one would look better. This one, that says Merry Christmas too. Let's put all the Christmas ones together. I didn't know those were in here. Or I forgot they were in here. Oh, green one would look good though. With the green on here? Maybe. Let's see, what does this one say? This one says Create. Yeah, let's do the green one. Let's do the green one. I like that one. A little bit of something different there. Okay, so we're going to fold this, put this in there as our topper. And this won't be done. So this is what I thought we could do, is I would show you those and already done. And then maybe finish these up, because I was in the living room tonight doing this, and I didn't really have anything in there with me to do the little toppers. And I was just kind of kept on going with making tags as much as, until we were done watching TV. And I thought, well, I'll just come in here when I do my video and finish them up. And there you go. Isn't that cute? See, it's really simple. This backing here is coffee dyed file folder. So isn't that pretty? I love it. So I think it's fun. Okay, next one. This is some more, I think this was wallpaper 2. I don't know what this little number piece was from, but it was really cute. And then there's a flower there, acetate flower, and there's my hole. So this one, maybe this black one would look good on here. Let's just do it. Don't hesitate or waste time, because we'll be out of time before we know it. So that one says Cheers on it. So I'm glad to be using some of these. And there's, you know how it is. There's things like these in our craft rooms. So I got this out to use this week, and I put some envelopes that I moved them. Actually, they were in back of me on my dresser. And I put them over there. I thought, well, maybe I'm not seeing them over in back of me. I mean, I see them, but I've been saying, well, I'm going to do something with those. And then I don't. So I'm kind of like ignoring them. Like, I know I'm going to do something with them, but I don't know when. I was a little afraid on the end. I wanted to just kind of cut off. See, there's a little string on this one. So I just want to cut that off a little bit. There we go. Cute. All right, I used 2 of them. So yeah, I got these little envelopes over there too. I put these out there, and I put the little envelopes out there. Okay, next tag. Okay, this was file folder, a scrap here, this like piece that's going across, and then one of my acetate flowers. So this one maybe would do the red, would take the red. I think so. It's almost the same color as that flower. This red's a little brighter, but, and this says, I got glue now on my fingers from watching, when I was watching TV. What does this say? Passion. And what better word to put with this pretty flower, right? And I'll use another piece here. Okay. So yeah, and then I have some little desk ephemera floating around here too, over there on my desk. So yeah, I've been cleaning up this week my craft room, and I've got it pretty well cleaned up, but I have a bunch of stuff on my sewing table. a bunch of strips. I've sewn a bunch of strips, but I took this bag that I was taking all these scraps out of, and I separated them into piles, like tiny strips, tiny pieces, strips, and rectangles like this, and just started putting things together. So I got all the tiny strips out of this one particular bag, and I put them all over there by my sewing machine, but now I already had some over there, and now I kind of like doubled that pile. Ooh, that is pretty. I like that. I know the acetate will cause a little bit of glare sometimes if you turn it in the light, but I think it really is pretty. I like that. Yeah, that turned out really cute, and it's just all scraps except for the little top part and the flower. Okay, this one here. This green and blue is wallpaper. This yellow flower was on the wallpaper, and this is yellow back here. It's embossed. Oh, this was from a scrap pack, this yellow paper here. It's cardstock, and it's embossed. And so I added this little flower right here, this acetate flower, to match the flower down here, and just punched a little hole. So let's find a piece for this. This is small. What does that say? Autumn Splendor. I kind of want to put something in the hole. Oh, here's a green one. Let's see what this says. Home for the holidays. I might just go ahead and use it though. It's green. It's the right color. It doesn't have to be Christmas, does it? Who says I can't put a yellow flower and green vine in my Christmas journal? So I think I would use it in any journal though. Any journal, because it's so pretty. And this green is going to be perfect on there. I hear, if you hear any noises, we have people upstairs, and the dog is scurrying around. So you can hear that through the ceiling sometimes. Which it doesn't bother me. I hope it doesn't bother you guys. I'm glad to have them here, so. Alright, I don't want to pull that too tight, so I'm going to probably leave it like that. Let me see if I can pull it a little tighter. There we go. That's about as tight as I'm going to get it before it starts ripping, but there's that one. Home for the holidays. You really can't read it, the whole thing anyway. You just see some words up there that say home and holidays. So, super cute and pretty. And simple, right? Here's another one. This yellow paper was in there. This is paper. And this is like tissue paper. I don't know what it's from, but it's really pretty. And it was just like this. It's kind of like frayed like that look. And I just glued it down and put that yellow flower to match the yellow here. And isn't that a cute little tag? And I have a yellow ribbon, I see. Or yellowish. Well, it's kind of more cream, but it says dream. So let's put that one on there. Got a dreamy flower there. Dreamy yellow rose. So yeah, these will be fun to put in journals, or sometimes I'll stick. Besides sticking whatever I've been putting the recipe cards in my orders, and sometimes if I remember or have time, sometimes I don't have time to look around for extra things, but sometimes I do, and I'll just run around and grab a little this or that and stick in with my orders. So something like this would be cute. Besides putting them in my journals, I sometimes do things like that and just stick some little pretty things in my orders if I think about it and have time to think about it, type of thing. So there we go, another one done. And I like the little wrinkled kind of, it reminds me of wrinkled seam binding. So if these are a little crinkly, that doesn't even bother me. I think it just adds to the charm of the whole look. So that one's done. This is just a little journaling card, which it's a piece of green. This is my Astro Brights paper that's coffee dyed. This is a piece of map, and then one of my little acetate flowers. There are yellow flowers on there that I put together. So I'm going to leave that as a writing spot, just like that, like a journaling card. The next one is just two pieces of paper I put together. The pink with the black flowers, and then this is black cardstock. And let's see what these black pieces. This says art. These are so perfect. I mean, I didn't even look, I didn't look at these ahead of time. I just like, let's see if I just thought surely I could put some of these together, you know. So yes, I am loving this. I'm using these. I'm loving using my stuff. So if you haven't been using your stuff, or you have some stuff you haven't been using, I should put it that way. Try it. You might like it. You probably will. Okay, again, I don't want to tear my hole, so. But isn't that a pretty tag? And it can be further decorated, but I like it like that. See, sometimes I like putting things in journals that just leaves things for the person that, you know, I mean, I do that a lot, right? I put decorated ones in there, and I put things in there that they can decorate. And that's the fun of it. So that's really pretty. I like that. Okay, next one. Oh, this was a little piece. I just love this little flower. I just had this little strip of flower in there, probably from a flower book. And apparently that's why I put it in my scraps, because I just thought it was so pretty. And I put it together with, this is from a scrap pack, this embossed orange, like cardstock. And I just glued those together and punched a hole there. So let's see what else. So I got these little short pieces. Let me separate those, because I'm not using those right now. This one says birthday. That's a short one. This black one says art lives here. I could use that. There's some that are seam binding, and then some that are like, I don't know, I don't remember what this is called, but it's a thicker kind of fabric kind of thing. So they're a little bit harder to use as far as right on these. But I will have to come back and use those. Measuring tape. And here's I'm going to put the shorter ones over here, because I might put those on something and staple them later. That says 100% authentic birthday, and that's kind of short. Here's a inspire, and the thicker ones I'm going to put up here, back to school. This is, what is this one? How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. It's a little short though. I'm going to put that with the short ones. This is a really long one. Best wishes. I could cut that if I need to, so I'll leave that here with the longer ones. Shorter one, I like that 100%. That would be neat to just to glue down, or put some, I can see that with little brads, like put down with as a like a belly band. That would be so cute. Okay, and this is, oh, this says I do. That's cute. So let's see which one, let's see what we have left here. This one, these two I want to put something in. And this one I wasn't going to. I just, I had this in here like this folded pink piece of scrapbook paper. I put this other flower paper on here, just from a flower book or a garden book or something. Then added a red acetate flower, punched a hole. And what I was going to do with this one is just around the edges and be done. I punched a hole to make it look like a tag, but I didn't want to put anything in there because it would hold this closed. So I just wanted to punch a hole to make it look like a tag, but I didn't want to put anything in there. Let's see if this is, it's not punching, it's punching the bottom one, but not the top one. Hold on. There we go. Okay, did we get all oh, one more corner here. Yeah, I just wanted around the corners too. I thought it would be prettier. So it's, it can be put over a page. It can be glued down here as like a little flip up and, you know, journaling space, but that's another scraps and a flower. Okay, so let's make up my mind what I want to put in here. Maybe the black one with the black. Art lives here. I don't want to hesitate because I'm just about out of time. And then these will all be ready to go into my my ephemera stash. There's some little strings here. I got all my strings right here. It looks like a little pile. But let's just cut off these strings. There we go. And put this one here. So I used up quite a few just on this, which, you know, like I said, I didn't know if they would go together. I just was hoping and thinking that they would probably would. Or I was hoping they would. So then I'll add those Christmas ones to my Christmas stash. See if we can use those with Christmas stuff. So that is cute. Art lives here. 2 scraps. The back is black cardstock, and this is a piece of scrapbook paper. Oh, isn't that adorable? Okay, that one. And then, let's see, we've got Inspire. I guess it doesn't matter. These are both beige. Oh, this one too. I do. Let's put the I do one in here. It's a little shorter than these two, and it's kind of like ready to go. So let's do it. Just because it says I do doesn't mean I have to like use it in a wedding journal. I've never made a wedding journal, so I don't plan on it either. So I think any journal could be used for a wedding journal. You just take a journal and put your wedding stuff in there. So that's what I would do. I wouldn't make a special, but you know, if you wanted to make a special one, of course, that would be wonderful. So I just haven't had, no one's ever asked me to, and I really, I don't know. It doesn't sound like my cup of tea, but I do love this flower. So there you go. It's all about the flower. And then, what do we have left? The Best Wishes and the Inspire. So let's, since this is gold, I know it, you know, oh, it does look good. The gold looks good with that. Let's see, I was thinking this one was going to look better, but I kind of actually like the gold. I don't know, that's surprising. Because I was just going to go for the other one. You saw me. So let's do this one. The gold, I don't know, I think it looks good with the scrapbook paper there on the front. It's got a yellow flower right there. But for some reason, it just goes. You never know, right? And I punched a hole right here. This back part is cardstock, and this is, I think they're both cardstock, but they are both scraps. So I've got the rest of that scraps from this one bag divided up. Last week I used all the, up all the neutral scraps on the papers I showed you in the book page. Writing spots, so that bag is empty. So this was another bag that I'm doing this week, and I think I only have one more bag of scraps after that, so I'll let you know how I'm doing. But all of this all of this goodness from this week and last week partially, and this week, this too, all of this from scraps. So, and then I used up some of these this week, so that was fun. Still have all of this left though. See, I still have a lot of these left. And then these are going to go on my Christmas right here. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Got some ideas for whatever mobile crafting, TV crafting you might want to do, and using up your scraps. And thank you for watching today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and hit the bell with the little all. And I will see you all in my next video. Have great things planned for the rest of the week, so stay tuned and I'll see you then.